Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I have a few new Dollar Tree Easter DIYs for you guys. I have a few different options for some different taper candles for Easter, some cute floral bunnies, and a couple different options for a cute Easter bunny lamp. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. All right, let's get into all of it. For this first DIY, I wanted to make a cute Easter fairy garden with all of the cute fairy garden stuff Dollar Tree sells. So I got this plastic little bowl from Dollar Tree, and then I'm just gonna glue one of those round styrofoam discs inside just to give some height. And then I picked out this cute little fairy garden house from Dollar Tree and I glued that down to the styrofoam. And now I'm gonna take some of this reindeer moss from Dollar Tree and place it around my bowl to fill it up to make it look kind of like grass. And then I hot glued some of that moss around the styrofoam, leaving the center open so that way I could create a pathway. I did want to go ahead and continue that pathway to the edge of the bowl. So I took the other disc of styrofoam that comes in a 2-pack and I just cut that down and placed that in the front of the styrofoam and covered it with some moss. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do my pathway. Now I had these rocks from Dollar Tree. I had a bunch of the pastel colored rocks already in a package with some of these pink gems. So I just went through and picked out the pastel colored rocks and placed them in the center there for my walkway. And then this cute little pond and duck set from Dollar Tree I thought would work really cute in this fairy garden, so I added that to the bowl. Now I'm showing you here these dried flowers from Amazon. I am gonna go ahead and use those as some of my florals to add some more dimension and texture and just to embellish this fairy garden. You can use fake florals from Dollar Tree. I just already had these on hand and I thought they would look really cute in this fairy garden. So I just picked out the little trees the little stems of flowers that looked like trees and placed them around, and I just added just the little flowers around the moss to look like they were just flowers coming out of the moss, and the little hydrangeas, added those as bushes. And then I needed an Easter bunny for my fairy garden, but they didn't have any fairy garden Easter bunnies, so I picked up this pack of erasers from Dollar Tree and added that as my little Easter bunny. Now I came across this polymer clay at Dollar Tree in the pastel colors. So I wanted to put some little Easter eggs into my fairy garden. So I just pulled off little pieces of the clay and just shaped them into little cylinders to make them resemble eggs. And I love how this turned out. It looks so pretty and Eastery and springy, and you can take out the eggs and the bunny and use it all spring long, and you can definitely customize this to however you would like or add lights or anything. For this next DIY, I found these taper candle holders from Dollar Tree. I thought they were really pretty and they kind of remind me of milk glass, even though they're not white, but the design reminds me of milk glass. So I thought I would turn them into some Easter candle holders by using these bunnies. Now they do come with the little hooks on their heads, so I just used some pliers and squeezed those hooks off. They break really easily. And then you'll just want to use a little piece of sandpaper to sand down their heads so they're smooth. And then all I'm going to do is use a little bit of this glue and hot glue to glue the bunnies onto the candle holders, and then I spray painted them white, and that was really all I had to do. But now I want to show you how I made the candles for the candle holders. So I did this with some Valentine's Day candles. You just take the taper candles from Dollar Tree, and then I used a little wax warmer and melted down some of this orange wax from Dollar Tree and a paintbrush, and I'm just gonna paint like little upside down triangles onto the taper candles with that orange wax. This is giving me the illusion of carrots for this candle. And the best part about using wax is if you make a mistake or whatever, you can just scrape it off and start over again. So it's really easy to use the wax on these candles. You just kind of have to layer the color because it's not super pigmented, so you just kind of have to layer the colors, but it dries super quickly. And then I did the little leaves on the top of the carrots with some green wax. I just melted one of those blocks down and used just a smaller, thinner paintbrush to paint on the little leaves at the top. And then it just gives the illusion of carrots all over the candle. I think it's really cute. You'll want to have a paper towel next to you so that way you can periodically wipe off the excess wax that gets on your paintbrush, because it does build up and starts to dry out a little bit. So you just wipe that wax on the paper towel and then just re-dip it back into the melted wax. And I think this works out perfectly to paint designs on these little taper candles. And you can do all sorts of designs because they have all different colors of wax melts at Dollar Tree. So you can get really creative and do flowers or bunnies or whatever you want to do. This is how they turned out. They look really cute in these bunny taper candle holders that I made, and they are definitely very festive. Now I wanted to go ahead and make another set of taper candles because in my Valentine's Day video, when I made the other ones with wax, someone asked if you could use acrylic paint or you could paint onto the candles. And you can do that onto regular taper candles from what I Googled, but it does have to be non-toxic acrylic paint. So I picked up these battery operated candles at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use some acrylic paint on these. Now you can do the same design with the carrots, or something else, or flowers or whatever with the paint. But I decided to go ahead and try out making these taper candles into carrot. I started off by using a little piece of sandpaper to rough up the candle to give it some texture, but also to help the paint stick onto the candles really well. And then all I'm doing is painting a mixture of green paint on the bottom and then orange paint on the top. And I did mix in a little bit of white paint to that orange just to kind of give it a little more dimension. I think it helped make it look more like a carrot. And then the bottoms just weren't looking like a carrot. So I took this polymer clay from Dollar Tree, and I don't really know a lot about clay, but the polymer clay you have to bake for it to dry out. So I would definitely recommend using air dry clay for this if you're gonna make leaves for your candles, so that way they dry out and harden, because these will never dry out, unfortunately. But this is what I had on hand, so I just went ahead and used it just to show you guys that you can make some leaves to add to the bottom to make it look more like a carrot. So I just roughed it up a little bit and attached it to the bottom of the candles, and I think these turned out really cute. I didn't have enough clay to do as many leaves as I wanted to, but I think you can see what I was going for. Next up, I'm going to take these styrofoam balls from Dollar Tree. I got the bigger ones and then the medium-sized ones, and then I found this really pretty fabric at Dollar Tree as well. So I just took the fabric and unfolded it, and then I cut it in half and then cut it in half again, so that way I had two squares out of one half. And then I'm going to take one of the bigger balls and I just folded up the corners, and then I took the other corners, the opposite corners, and folded those up and bunched those around to cover up the styrofoam ball. And I am just going to use some twine at the top there to just tighten it and make sure that it is securely closed. And then I am going to take that excess fabric and just cut it off. And that is going to be the tail of my bunny, and the styrofoam ball is going to be the body of my bunny that I'm making here. So then with the second piece of fabric and one of the medium-sized balls, I'm going to do the same thing I did to the first ball. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around and meet those corners and kind of just fix it so that it is a little bit smooth, and then I'm going to tie that off. I'm going to tie that twine into a bow because this is going to be the head of my bunny. But as I'm tying the twine, I'm gonna go ahead and pull apart those excess pieces of fabric because those are gonna be the bunny's ears. So you just keep working and pulling those apart so that way you create a center and then 2 ears. It looks like 2 ears on each side. And then I just finished off my bow and cut the excess twine, and that is the head of my bunny. Now to put it all together, I'm just going to use a skewer, and I just cut it down so that way the pointier part is going to stick inside the body, and then the other part sticks inside the head. I did have to cut a little bit of the fabric to make sure that it went through, and that's it. You just put it through. You can add a dab of hot glue in between the head and the body just to make sure that it doesn't move around. But I think these are really cute and perfect to set around your house to decorate for the Easter season. For this last DIY, I picked up one of these bunnies from Dollar Tree in the plus section. It is a $5 bunny. I just loved the glasses and the little pearls it had on it, and I thought it would be perfect to turn it into a lamp. So I got this lamp kit off of Amazon. It was really inexpensive and perfect to transform anything you want into a lamp. So all I'm doing is taking my drill and using the same size drill bit as that gold bar you see there on your screen in the box. And I am drilling a hole in the top of the bunny's head. You have to be really careful because it's easily breakable. So you have to kind of be light pressure when you're drilling that in. I know that's hard, but you do because you don't want to break the bunny. Now I need a second hole, so I decided to put the second hole in the bunny's tail so that way the cord would come out of the bunny's tail. But I actually should have done it in the bunny's chest, and it should have lined up with the head. And that's for 2 reasons. One, because this wire was super hard to get up through the tail and out through the head. I did manage to do it, but it took me a lot longer than what you see here in this video. It probably took me about 30 to 40 minutes to get that wire through, but I did get it through. Second of all, when you put that gold bar down through the bunny's head, you want it to come out of its chest a little bit and tighten it with a nut so that way that gold bar doesn't move around. Because mine did move around a little bit. So anyways, I still love how it turned out. It was so easy to put together. The instructions on the lamp kit worked perfectly. I love how it looks with the pink bunny and the colors and everything. And I guess it just depends on your style, but I decided to go ahead and paint the bunny gold to see what it would look like. And I love it this way too. Let me know down in the comments which way you like the bunny, if you would rather have it Easter colors or a gold bunny lamp. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a bunny emoji down in the comments below if you watched the whole video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.